Well, good morning everyone. It's 5:35 a.m. Another very early start for us here in Rome, and I'm sure it's a very early start for the Cardinals as well. The first scheduled event that they have is breakfast at 6:30 a.m. Then at 7:45 they will leave the place where they're staying overnight and go to the chapel for an hour-long mass at 8:15, and then they will begin the voting at 9:15. They will have 2 votes this morning, and then at 12:30 they will return to the place of residence that they are staying for lunch at 1 o'clock. An hour for breakfast and a long lunch may sound unusual, but apparently this is where much of the discussion goes on. The time in the Sistine Chapel itself is much more like a liturgy. Most of the discussion takes place outside. Apparently, after dinner, it's tradition for the cardinals to gather. There's nowhere really for them to meet, apparently, so they stand in circles to discuss who's been nominated. The first round of nominations took place last night. Nobody knows what happened, apart from no pope has been elected. Very clear, black smoke from the chimney. But there could well have been 12 different people nominated. There could have been up to 20 people nominated on this first evening. So all those people went to bed last night wondering whether this was God's calling for them and many others besides. And I am certain that they will be up very early this morning to say their prayers so that they can place everything into God's hands. We cannot overestimate the importance of starting the day with prayer. After prayer this morning, for now I'll spend a good half an hour in quiet prayer, and then the morning prayer of the church that all priests and bishops and the Pope, all of us say, along with many other people in the world. After that, then we're going to the Station Mass. In Rome, it's tradition that each day of Lent, the Mass is celebrated at 7 a.m. in one of the important historical churches in Rome. Today, it's from St. Paul's outside the walls, which has a lot of interesting features that we'll be covering when we get there. But for now, it's time to say my prayers, and we'll be in touch.